Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss the unit 3 of the paper 3 of the paper 1, chemistry 1. As you already noted this syllabus for the unit 3, and in the online meet I also explain this particular syllabus. As we all are aware, you can see there the reaction and the reactivity we have to see in this unit, particularly reaction and the reactivity of the halogenated hydrocarbons. This is the part 1. In this, first of all, we talk about alkyl halides, nucleophilic substitution reaction, SN1, SN2, SNI with their mechanism and the stereochemical aspects. Then the factor affecting this particular nucleophilic substitution reaction: nature of the substrate, solvent, nucleophilic reagent and the living group. Then second part, we have to talk about the organomagnesium and the organolithium compound, nomenclature, their nature, type and the reactivity of the carbon metal bond. Then preparation of this alkyl halide, their structure, stability and the reaction with the compounds containing the acidic hydrogen, carbonyl compound, CO2 is the carbon dioxide, cyanide and the epoxide. Then we will move further towards the aryl halides, their reactivity towards the nucleophilic substitution reaction. In that, we have to talk about the nucleophilic aromatic substitution, SNAR, addition elimination mechanism and the benzene mechanism. Two mechanisms we have to see for these aryl halides. Then alcohols. Then the nomenclature we have to see, its preparation by using the hydration of the alkenes, hydrolysis of the alkyl halides, reduction of the aldehydes and the ketones using the Grignard reagent. Then the properties like the hydrogen bonding, types and the effect of the hydrogen bonding on different properties, acidity of the alcohol and the reactions of the alcohols we have to see. Then the next part is the phenol. Preparation, their preparation, physical properties, acidic character, comparative acidic strength of the alcohol and the phenols we have to talk. Then the resonance stabilization of the phenoxide ion and the chemical reaction that we have to see, reactions of the phenol. Then the same case is applicable for the epoxide, their nomenclature. Then methods of the preparation and the reactions of the epoxide, reactivity, a ring opening reaction by the nucleophile in acidic condition like the hydrolysis, reaction with the halogen halide, alcohol, hydrogen cyanide. In neutral or basic condition like the ammonia, amines, Grignard reagent and the alkoxide. This particular part that we have to see in this particular unit. Now we will talk about this particular nomenclature of the alkyl halides. See, the first example is given to you is that on the second position there should be the chlorine. Chlorine is not there. All are the hydrogen is there. Okay. For this purpose, make the correction in the notes is that you have to put the chlorine on the second carbon. You see, while nomenclature giving the name to this particular alkyl halide, in the IUPAC name we have to talk about there. We have to consider the longest chain and we have to give the corresponding name of the alkane to that particular chain. That name of the alkane depends upon the number of carbon present in that particular chain. That you have to remember. Now, for this particular alkyl halide, in general it is called as alkyl halide. You can take any if it is given the three-membered compound is there, actually it is a propane, and in the general name you can call it as a propyl halide, like this. Halide may be the chlorine, iodine, bromine. Okay. But in the IUPAC nomenclature, what we are doing? In the IUPAC nomenclature, we are going to consider the long chain of this particular given compound and we are naming it as an alkane and we are writing the nomenclature IUPAC as haloalkane. If the iodine is present, you can note it as iodo. If chlorine is there, you can note it as a chloro. If bromine is there, then you can term it as a bromo. You got this point? It is very much clear, very much that very you can say very much easy to remember this particular thing. Now the first example is having the 3 carbons in the straight chain. On the second position there is a chlorine. You have to number that particular chain 1 2 3. You can label from this side or say that side, and that chlorine substitution is at the second position only. That's why we can label it as 2-chloropropane. Got this point? Then in general it is called as a secondary propyl chloride or say isopropyl chloride. Got this point? This is a common name, and IUPAC name is the 2-chloropropane. Then the next example is given to you. Consider the longest chain of the carbon. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 4 carbons are there, and on the you have to label so as to that halogen group, halide ion should get the lowest possible number. Means we will number from this side. We will go to left to right. We will not come to right to left, because when we will number from left to right, at that time this bromine atom will get the lowest number 2. When we start the numbering from the left side, right side, then it will give the number 3. But we want the lowest possible number. That's why on the second position bromine is there. That's why 2-bromo, and the name of the corresponding alkane is the butane. Why butane? 4 carbon atoms are there. How many carbon atoms are there? 4 carbon atoms are there. That's why it's become the butane. 2-bromo butane. The name of this compound will be the 2-bromo butane, or you can call it as a, in general it is called as a secondary butyl bromide. Are you agreed with this? Now the another example is given to you, that is a CH3C, CH3CH3I. In general it is called as a, this carbon is a tertiary carbon, and that's why the compound is called as a tertiary butyl iodide. It is in the general. Now while naming this particular compound, we have to consider the straight chain. You can either consider straight chain like this from the top to bottom, or you can consider in any shape, so as to there should be the more number of carbon atoms in the particular chain. When you consider from any side, there are the 3 carbon in the straight chain. That's why we will number 1, 2 and 3. On the second position there is a substitution of the iodine, there is a substitution of the methyl group. That's why the name will be the 2-iodo. First of all we have to give the priority to the halide. 2-iodo 2-methyl propane will be the IUPAC name of this compound, and in general or the common name of this compound will be the tertiary butyl iodide. You got this particular concept. Then the same example is given. Tertiary butyl chloride is there. You can consider the straight chain having the maximum number of carbon atom, longest chain which has the maximum number of the carbon atom. Then you have to give the lowest possible number to the halide atom or say halogen atom. Got this point? Here again when you consider this particular thing, you can see the 3 carbons are there in the maximum chain, and that's why the name of the alkene will be the propane, and on the second position there will be the 2-chloro 2-methyl propane. Another very simple example is given to you, that is a CH2 CH3 CH2I, that is a ethyl iodide, ethyl chloride, ethyl bromide. While you can name it as a iodoethane, bromoethane or say chloroethane. Remember this thing, whatever will be there, ethyl iodide, ethyl chloride, ethyl bromide, then IUPAC name will be the iodoethane, bromoethane, chloroethane respectively. That you have to remember. Got this point? Then the next thing is that next example is very simple again. Consider this longer chain 1 2 see 1 2 3 4 5 carbon atoms are there, and at the fifth carbon there is a chlorine. CH3, CH2, 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 Cl. For this purpose, what we can do, we have considered the longest chain having the 5 carbons. Now we will name their alkane will be the pentane. On the first position there is a chlorine atom. That's why 1 chloropentane. Got this point? Or this may be the pentyl chloride. Sometime the position of the chlorine will not be mentioned when it is on the first carbon. Okay, that's why you can directly write down the chloropentane also, or say better way, you can note the number, that is a 1 chloropentane. Got this point? Then the next part of this unit is the organomagnesium and the organolithium compound. This is a part of the organometallic chemistry. Organometallic chemistry is nothing but the metal is bonded with the organic moiety, or say organic compound. That we should know always. What I am saying, this particular thing is that when any organic compound or say organic moiety is bonded or associated with the metal is called as organometallic compound. When we talk about the organomagnesium compound, in the organomagnesium compound, the magnesium is there. Magnesium is bonded with the organic compound, but they are not stable. There should be the halide ion for their stability, because you know that particular metal is the divalent, magnesium is the divalent. To balance this particular thing, there should be another anion should be there. Organic moiety means R, MgX, that will be the general organomagnesium compound. It is also called as Grignard reagent. They are also called as the Grignard reagent. They are nothing but the alkyl or say aryl magnesium halide, and it will be represented as I said RMgX, where R will be the alkenyl, cycloalkyl, alkyl, heteroaryl group, and X will be the chlorobromoiod, Cl minus, Br minus, I minus. Got this point? It is very much simple and very easy part to remember. We have to see the certain examples of the organometallic compound. It is also in general it is called as the organometallic compound. We have to talk regarding the organolithium compound. Similar way, I said in the organic magnesium compound, magnesium is there as a metal and the organic moiety is bonded with this particular metal. On the same ground, the organolithium compound is nothing but such a compounds in which lithium metal is bonded to the organic moiety. RLI is the general form of this particular organolithium compound. Got this point? Now we will see the example of the that particular organomagnesium compound, C2H5MgI. It is called as a ethyl magnesium iodide. The name of this particular compound is ethyl magnesium iodide. The second example is there. Benzene ring is there. One of the hydrogen has been replaced by MgBr, and it will become the phenyl magnesium bromide. This is the aryl halide. You can call it as aryl halide. Then another one is a cyclohexane ring is there, and one of the hydrogen of the cyclohexane ring has been replaced by MgCl. That's why its name will be the cyclohexyl magnesium chloride. Another example is there, CH2 double bond CH MgBr. This is the ethylene magnesium bromide or vinyl magnesium bromide. These are the examples, few examples of this particular organomagnesium compound. Please go through this well. The nomenclature is very much important. You got this point? Nomenclature, you got this, how the nomenclature is done in the particular alkyl halide and this particular organomagnesium compound. Okay. Now explain the nature of carbon and reactivity of the carbon metal bond. I said when carbon atom is bonded to the metal, the electrons in the bond are strongly attracted towards the carbon by creating an ionic character in the bond. and makes the bond polar. Makes the bond polar. You can show like this. You can see here carbon is having delta negative charge, whereas metal will carry the delta positive charge, where metal is more electropositive. Hence, organometallic compound do not exhibit 100% covalent character, because as the electronegativity of the metal increases, the ionic character of the carbon magnesium or say carbon metal bond also increases. Carbon act as a nucleophile. Now the polarity of the carbon metal bond is in the following order. K, potassium and this particular carbon bond will be the more polar as compared to this particular. So potassium, sodium, lithium, magnesium, zinc, mercury, copper. Hence from this series it is clear that organic lithium compounds are more polar and hence more reactive than the organomagnesium compound. As the more is the that particular polarity, then it will be more reactive, because easy of breaking of the charges should be there, or say easy of breaking of the bond should be there. Then and then only we will call it as it is a more reactive. Or when we are using particular thing in the reaction, at that time what should be there? It should be more reactive. How it will be the more reactive? As the molecule is the polar, or say polarity is nothing but the two pole will get formed, means positive and negative charge will get separate easily, and that will take part in a reaction very fast and very easily. Then the reactivity in the types of the organometallic compounds on the basis of this particular nature of the carbon metal bond, organometallic can be classified as. In short, for the organometallics, it is called as the OMCs, organometallics, OMCs. Okay, first is the ionic OMCs, means organometallic ionic organometallic compound. Second is one is the covalent OMCs, means the covalent organometallic compound. The third one is the compound with the multi-centered bond, and the fourth one is the pi coordinated OMCs. These are the four types which are present for the organometallic compound that we will see in the next lecture. You got this concept, how we have make the nomenclature, and what is the nature of the carbon metal bond. It is not 100% covalent, it is ionic in nature, because as we seen, because the metal is more electropositive than the carbon, means at that time carbon will attract, that particular carbon will act as a nucleophile. Okay, it will act as a nucleophile, please remember, means it will try to give the electron to the metal atom, and metal will carry the positive charge, as you know. Okay, got this point? If you have any problem, any query, you can freely ask on this particular group. What I said, we have seen the nomenclature, right? In the nomenclature we talk regarding this particular thing. It is very simple, please try on your own. Take the another example, try to write the names of these compounds in your book. These are not the only example, there are the many scope, there are so many example apart from this. For the few we have taken here. Okay, please try to write the names by considering any alkane, any alkyl group with the halide, any halide. Take the three halides only, iodine, bromine and the chlorine. You know the fluorine is the more reactive. Okay, and it forms the that when it comes in contact with this particular alkyl fluoride compounds are very, that you can say unstable, and that's why we are not taking that fluorine. Okay, please prepare this nomenclature. Then we talk regarding the nomenclature of this particular organomagnesium compound. Then we talk about the carbon nature of the carbon metal bond and its reactivity. Okay, please prepare this part, and the remaining part we will see in the next lecture. Thank you.